Benjamin with this week's Gradient Investment Market Update. All information is gathered as of September 30th, 2024. Let's get into things, what's going on right now. The week in review, stocks were mixed last week. The S&P was up just over a quarter point for the week and is now 21.87% year-to-date up. The international developed market stocks were down 3.7, but are still up about 10.95. Lastly, emerging markets were up 0.42 and up about 18% year-to-date. Now, bonds were down 1.24% with the week, but remain up 3.4% year-to-date. The decline in bonds was related to the weekly rise in Treasury yields, which is a headwind towards bond prices. And we see bonds starting to come back up since interest rates are starting to come down, the adverse relationship. Talk about the upcoming economic release after jobs data showed growth of 254,000 jobs in September. Investors will be looking to the CPI report this week, which actually came out today, for any change in trends on inflation to assess potential changes to the U.S. Federal Reserve interest rate policy. It actually came in a little bit hotter today. We're going to talk about more of that next week. So it started with a little down in the market today. Market outlook, in the opinion of Gradient Investments, the jobs report reflected continued resilience in the U.S. economy. This will be compared against coming inflation data and also with outlooks from companies giving earnings. Reports begin in earnest starting this week. So we're starting to see more of the earnings come out. They're already starting to report. On average, the fourth quarter has historically been the strongest quarter for the S&P 500, but there are many instances of declines as well. In the opinion of Gradient, the coming earnings reports and company outlooks of future growth will be largely determinant on future trends in the market. It's hard to say, a lot of stuff going on in the world right now. So we're going to talk a little bit more about that. And again, we're praying for everybody in Florida and being hammered with the hurricanes down there as well. And that's going to be pressures on some stuff as well. Let's talk about some recent activity in the Gradient portfolios. They didn't make any changes. Everything, so they rebalance every quarter if they need to, especially. How about some of the stocks in the news? The Constellation Brands, which is owned in the G50 portfolio, reported quarterly results that missed revenue expectations but beat on earnings. The maker of Modelo Especial stated that their report that the Modelo brand is the number one brand across the U.S. beer category in the dollars sales for across the U.S. So remember what's happening right now. We've got all the hurricanes coming in the south, in Florida, North Carolina. That's going to put pressure. And we had that thing with the docks where they had the strike going on, which is now done, which is good. So the goods and material are going to be coming in from the East Coast. So if that didn't happen, you wonder what's that going to do to prices and the price inflation, and then trying to get stuff down south. And now you see that what's happening in the south, you're going to see a lot of goods and material going to be coming down there because they're going to be rebuilding. That's going to put pressures, and that's also going to be good for earnings for some companies. So that all different relationships, but we are seeing inflation numbers come in a little bit hotter already. The jobs report was okay. Earnings are still strong. Remember, earnings drives the market. When you have strong company earnings, the market is going to grow. The market likes that. So now we got the election, right? So we've got a few short weeks, so we're going to be in a full-blown election. So we got to remember to get out there and take care of that and vote. But regardless of who gets in, as long as we have gridlock, it's still going to be good for the market. But yes, one candidate's going to be better, especially for the economy. So any questions, let us know. Thank you so much for being part of our family. If you'd like to get a hold of us, 855-756-5700. Visit us at vitalewealth.com. Make sure, of course, we appreciate everybody you send our way. Anyone who's looking to retire or in retirement needs a second opinion, we'd be glad to help. God bless you. We'll see you again next week.